Hello, everybody. How are you doing? And mindset does wins every time over strategy. Now, I wanted to share with you guys when I got injured while I was in the army, but I didn't realize that I was missing far, something far more important. That was, although I set goals, like every year I set goal, I said to myself, this year I'm going to walk, this year I'm going to walk, and it didn't happen. And another year went, and another year went by, and I started to feel frustrated. I started to feel anxious. I started to even hate myself and feeling that I'm not even worthy for success, for walking again. And, in my head, I was always, I'm unlucky and unworthy. And I kept blaming myself. I kept blaming myself for the world and for my misfortune. That's why back then I couldn't achieve my goals, because I kept doubting myself. Even though I set a goal, I didn't believe I could actually achieve it. I couldn't believe it's possible to even walk again, because the first year went by, and the second year went by, and the third year went by. Guys, I got injured 11 years ago. So another year went by, and another year went by, and I started to feel so frustrated and thought that it's not even possible to walk again. And I even believed, part of me wanted to believe to the doctors when they told me, cut your leg off. And every time I told them, like, hey, screw that, I'm going to walk again. I will walk again. But they kept telling me, no, you won't walk again. You should cut your leg off. And although I kept telling them, no, screw that, I'm going to walk again, part of me didn't believe that I will walk. And every time that I set goals, even when I start to set goals in my business while I'm trying to walk again, I felt like I will not achieve anything. Because again, I thought I'm not worthy, because I thought that I didn't believe in myself enough, that even if I don't have enough knowledge. So years went by, and then I remember I stumbled upon Tony Robbins. And I imagine all of you guys have heard about Tony Robbins. And I went to start his course. I went to his courses. I went reading books about him, about what he wrote. And then I met also Dean Graziosi, and I discovered that I was focusing on the wrong thing, and that I had the power to actually change my life. I had the power to change my life by changing the way I'm thinking. And it's not just, it's not a magic, woohoo, Buddha, hoo-hoo, like, oh, I set a goal. I'm imaginally thinking that I will achieve it. Bam, ooh, magic, I will achieve it. No, it doesn't happen like that, right? But just by starting to change my old patterns of thinking, my old limiting beliefs, I start to actually feel happy and energetic. And by just changing the thoughts and the mindset, I start achieving my goals. Suddenly, I moved forward like tenfold. My business started to go up. I met amazing partners that we are launching courses together. And I was not focusing anymore on what is holding me. I wasn't focusing on the limiting beliefs. I was focusing on the strengths. I was focusing on changing those limiting beliefs. And by that, with having a clear structure, with goals, I started to achieve one after another, one after another, one after another. And I felt so happy. I feel happy. I feel more energetic. Of course, there are days, right? We all have those days that we feel down and all that. That happened. But the thing is that at least 80% of my days are fulfilling and I'm feeling fulfilled and happy. So then when I start to become that happy person, and when I start to feel more energetic than ever before, and I start to focus on what's important and be able to help people to break through those limiting beliefs, to stop them, those limiting beliefs that stop them from being awesome and actually fulfill their purpose, feeling passionate, achieving their goal, feeling productive, being a high achiever. So let me share with you some of the process that helped me defeat it, that old destructive limiting beliefs. I will share with you my screen right now, and I wanted to show you one thing that you can actually start doing from today in order to break it. So I call it the track, reflect, change, repeat system, the RISE circle, if you will. So we have here the RISE circle. So what does it mean exactly? Okay, because we have here, right, track, reflect, change, repeat. Now, what does it mean exactly? So in everything that we do, we first need to track what is we are doing, reflect upon it, change what is not working, and then repeat it. For example, right, if I want to lose weight, I need to track how much what is my weight at the moment, right? Then during the week, after the weekend, I'm reflecting, okay, what did I eat? Did I lose weight? Oh, I didn't lose weight. So what did I eat? Maybe I ate more chocolate. Maybe I ate pizza. Too much. Yeah, too much pizza, not just one slice. I ate like 4 slices, right? So maybe that's what happened, and that's why I gain weight instead of losing weight, right? So you reflect upon it, and then you change it. Okay, so next week, if I want a pizza or if I want chocolate, this time I will strict it to maybe 2 or 3 pieces, right? Then I change it and I'm repeat it. I'm tracking. I lost weight. Awesome. I know that it's working. It's not working, then I know what to change, right? And that goes for everything, right? When I'm talking about my legs, so I saw that putting that huge vision, walking again, it's not serving me because I feel it's so far away from me, so I don't believe it's happening. So I start to change that by actually thinking, okay, what is the first step? Maybe something that I need to do right now. Okay, start with a sock. Yeah, guys, you heard that right. I couldn't put a sock. I couldn't put a shoe. I couldn't even get inside of water. Nothing. So it took me 2 years to put a sock. You heard that right. 2 years to put a sock. So I put my ultimate goal, if you will, to put a sock, right? Then I tracked it. How much time do I put to it during the week? How much time did I manage to hold up with the sock? Like, just to imagine, like when I put a sock, right, at the beginning, I put it for around 30, not even 30 seconds, like 10 seconds, because I was fainting from the pain. So I put it for a couple of seconds, take it off, put it more and more until I put it through the night, fainted, wake up again, fainted, wake up again, until I got the result I wanted. But if I wouldn't track it, I didn't know I'm actually progressing. Guys, let me know if that makes sense, right? So you got to track what is working with you and then reflect upon it, change what is not working and repeat it, right? So it took me 2 years to put a sock, 2 years to put a shoe, 2 years to get inside of water. Now I'm starting to walk again. So little by little, when we put those goals and we track them and we reflect and changing what is not working, we can actually manage and see how we can get better. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. In the comment below. And what is it that you want to track through in your business? What is it that you want to do, right? Although, like when I set up my first event, like I had to track it in order to see what is working and what is not. When I started my business, I had to see, okay, do I have income or do I don't have income? What do I do wrong? Right? Everything you're tracking, you're reflecting, and you're changing, and then you're growing the rise cycle, you're rising up. So guys, let me know in the comment below if all of that makes sense to you. And what is it that you want to track? What is it that you're going to track right now? And I want to help you. I want to help you to find a better self. And the best way to do it through is the challenge, a 3-day challenge that I set up with 2 more amazing speakers, that we will go through those first steps to actually take your business and rising up in the social media. Because if we are not knowing what to change, what limiting beliefs that hold us, what is the plan, if we don't have the plan, and if we don't know the first steps of actually being resourceful with those goals, we can't rising up in the social media. So that's what we're going to do in the challenge. We're going to help you creating a powerful mindset, having clear goals and direction that helps you to go to where you want to, being resourceful with limited resources, and not just that, but also seeing how you can use social media for your own benefit. So guys, if you want to go and join that challenge, don't forget to register in the link below, and I will see you there. In the meantime, guys, let's keep on rising up. Until next time, have an amazing and productive day. Keep on going, keep on growing. Until next time.